missed the game last week. You hoped you'd have him available for this weekend.
No, he's trained this week, so he'll be in the squad. So, but he's trained.
And it was just cramp, wasn't it, with James Wilson? He's fine if needed.
James is fine. As I said, he's not done too much through pre-season, but he came in and done really well for us. So yeah, he's come through okay.
How close is Alan Judge to say 80 or 90 minutes at this stage?
Well, Judge has only played 81 minutes in total through the whole pre-season. So he's in the squad. I thought he'd done really well when he came on last Saturday. So we'll see. I'll see how everything goes today.
And nice to have your captain available again. He can be a big player for you this season, can't he?
Yeah, but as I said, the clean sheet. It's when suspensions happen or injuries happen, then and somebody comes in and holds it down. You've got a dilemma who plays, but looks back in contention as everybody else does.
And when you're recruiting, could you do with a few more, maybe like Luke Chambers, kind of battle hardened, been there before and done it characters?
Not necessarily, because you could be 21 years of age and then you can have 200 games under your belt. So it doesn't matter to me whether you're young, middle aged or experienced. If you've played the games and you keep going, that's what I tend to look for.
And how has Will Norris settled in? You've had that competition, or the club has, for a number of seasons with Dean and Bart. Is he kind of keeping Thomas on his toes?
Nah, he's excellent. Will Norris, really impressed. I saw him playing anyway a couple of times at Wolves, so I knew exactly what he was like. And when he came available, I know obviously people at Wolves really well, and they've helped on that side of it, which has been good. So I thank Wolves for doing it, Kevin at Wolves, and the people there. So a really good goalkeeper.
What chance of new arrival over the course of the next, say, 2 or 3 weeks?
You're probably told not to ask me questions. That is what it is. You saw Marcus' statement, so we go with what we've got in this moment. So let's see.
Just finally on that, were you pleased to see Marcus release the statement to kind of put a few things out there and clarify a few points?
I'm pretty sure it's not any different for a lot of things he's probably said in years gone by. I think if you report it right and you listen to it, then people are informed with everything. So the great thing is everybody knows where the club is, everybody knows the stance of the club, everybody knows the financial parameters of the club. There shouldn't be any more questions asked around that side. It is what it is, and it is where it is. And I'm glad everybody knows exactly what's happened. The support of the football club is phenomenal. As I said, it's unrivalled. So I'm pretty sure they were happy, the fans were happy what the owner said.
Has there been a buzz around this place this week off the back of an opening day win?
It's the end. Football is great. You never get too high, you never get too low. And the winning breeds confidence, as I said before, breeds momentum. There's a real good feeling at the football club. The fan base, as I said before, is huge. Beside it, it'll be a great atmosphere Saturday. Sunderland will bring a big crowd, and 2 big clubs going head to head, and let's see what happens.
How important you build on last week, that 1 out of 1 becomes 2 out of 2 and you get a bit of momentum at last?
We'll try. As I said before, we're a young side. They'll lose games, they'll win games, draw games, but we'll try. But one thing we have got is a lot of energy. We've certainly got that, and hopefully with the backing, the support, and we do play well, and we do get chances, we can take them. So as I said before, there's so many difficult games in this league. As I said before, we win games and we'll lose games because we're slightly light in certain areas.
And in terms of formation, do you see yourself mixing and matching as the season goes along, or was your hands kind of tied last week and you had to go with a 4-4-2? You still look to have versatility despite the injuries?
No, you've got versatility, but it's not the right areas that I want the versatility. That's apparent, and everybody can see that. So I can change what I want to change, and I'll see. Maybe I change the system tomorrow and personnel. We'll wait and see.
And can boys like Flynn, Downs, Luke Wolf and Mars cannot play 40-odd league games this season? Have they got to that age now, Paul? I don't know. It's the first time. Nobody knows what can happen in the season. So a lot depends on the lads themselves. They can stay injury free and they keep their form, and they play well enough. Nobody knows. So, but you're in untested waters really with a lot of them. So
it's trial and error with a lot of them because, as I said before, it's the first time of asking. But I'm pretty sure it's exciting for them, you know.
Home form's got to be better than it has been, hasn't it? I mean, it's the cliche of the fortress and stuff, but you need teams to come here dreading coming to Portman Road rather than raising their game at what's a grand stadium.
I'm not a great believer it's just your home form that wins your league. It's your away form as well. So it's not just the home form that's going to be the key to us. If we win every home game and lose every away one, then you're not going to do it. So both, for me, it's both. You have to win home and away. And if we do that, then we've got a chance. If we don't do that, then we don't have a chance.
You've quite rightly highlighted the supporters, the way they've been the last 8 or 9 months. It's kind of time to repay them, isn't it, by getting some wins?
We'll try. As I said before, this place was like a morgue before we came in. You were reporting it, that's probably why it was like a morgue. So
one of the reasons.
If it was any of these questions, then it's I can understand why. So what's happened is the support have been brilliant. They're the one it's been brilliant, and if they can keep that support and bounce off the team, that's my main concern. That's only my concern, is the support in the team. And if you have success, then everybody will have it together. And I said before, you sacrifice the me for the we, and then once you have success, then you can have the me.
Along with Portsmouth and Ipswich, I think the bookies have got Sunderland down as one of the favourites to go up. Would you go along with that when you look at what Jack's got available to him?
Number one, I'm not a gambler. Number two, I don't understand the odds. What I do understand about football is you have to earn the right to win games, and you have to earn the right to go out of league. So there'll be loads of teams that will think the same. Marcus came out and said we're a budget team of top 10, no top 2, top 1. We're in the top 10. So you put your mathematical hat on and work that out. So we have to earn the right to be up there.
It's a big mental test for them, isn't it? Bouncing back from the disappointment of 2 Wembley disappointments last season.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather have it going to Wembley than no going to Wembley. So they did a good run at it. Just missed out on it. So yeah, disappointing. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure football's got over things pretty quickly.
This would be a big statement, wouldn't it? If you can win this game, if you can get 6 points out of 6 from 2 potentially tricky games, very tricky games.
Yeah, too tough. They're all tough. You can say this till the next week as well. But the exact same. Every game's hard. We don't have a divine right just to turn up and win. We have to earn the right to win games. And yeah, let's see what happens.
And a few quid behind the bar. You've done that for the supporters coming in tomorrow?
No, I did, because it's just a thanks, really. It's just a thanks for me, because as I said before, the support's been great for myself and the staff, and it's just a thanks, really. So as long as you're not getting one,
I was about to ask about extending to us.
Are you hell? You're getting nothing. So I'll just make sure there's a security guy on the gate. The support will get it. And the people that turn up, so it's just a thanks, really.
Lovely, thanks, Paul.
Thanks.
Paul, just a couple of quick ones for me. You touched on it earlier on about learning about the place. You're going to learn a hell of a lot about some of the younger ones.
Yeah, I think you always do. I think the young ones will make mistakes. That's apparent, and they'll play with no fear and all those sort of things. And as I said, we're really a young side, but. If we have that energy and that drive, I said we'll win games or we'll lose games. That's always going to be the case. There'll be murky waters up and down. It's always going to happen. But when they're on song, they're good. They're really good.
And regarding Sunderland, one of their key players, Aidan McGeady, is he really pivotal to how they play?
Well, I know Aidan because I played with him as a young lad at Celtic, and he's had a really good career. Really talented footballer with it. So I think he's probably a big part of their team. I know he had an injury last season, but he's probably a big part of their team. All right.
Relieve the window shut yesterday, Paul, because it means that you've kept hold of players, which is just as important as bringing ones in. I would imagine.
Yeah, I think that's. It wasn't too hard that anyway, It wasn't too difficult as such. It's shut, then nobody can really move. So yeah, but it wasn't too difficult,
And I know you're keen to bring more in if possible, but you've won last weekend. You've still got Alan Judge and Emmy Hughes to get back to full fitness. Players like Nolan and Edwards to come back, proven at this level. you still must feel that this is a good squad to have a run at things even without more additions.
No, for 60 odd games. 60 odd games is an incredible amount that you could end up playing. As I say, a lot of these guys are still catching up. Nolan hasn't played one game, hasn't really trained. Edwards hasn't played one game, only done wee bits. Judges only played 80 minutes with that. Emir was in Notts County, it was his first 90 minutes in 2 years. That's unknown. These are unknown, especially Emir. Got to get him through. He's doing really well. I'm happy the way he's going. But 2 years playing football is a long time. Judgy, 81 minutes in 6-7 weeks is way short with it. Nolan not kicked a ball. Guion just started a little bit, so that's 4 right away total. Another few weeks out. So the squad is okay, but I think we had to be stronger.
Yeah. How long till John and Guion are available?
I don't know. I really don't know. No one's done bits with fitness guys. Guion's started to train with us now, so Guion's maybe a bit ahead than what John is. So, but again, they haven't kicked a ball.
And Jack Lancaster, is that a case of sort of day by day, just seeing how his back's reacting to things?
Yeah, Jack. That's going to be a right few months, that one. So yeah, we just have to let him get over that again and try and get back as quick as he can. So, but that's going to be a few months.
And the injuries have even gone down into the 23s with Ben Morris and Ben Falami as well. Where are those two at?
They two are doing well. They're all right, but their injuries were terrible. An ACL and an Achilles. As I said before, long term, it's you can't do nothing about long term injuries.
Jack Ross is another man with a history at St Mirren. Do you know much about him?
Not really. I just know he done a good job at St Mirren. So, but I don't know him really at all. So, but he done a really good job at St Mirren. So, and earned his right to come down to England. So.
And yesterday was a deadline day at 2 levels, a lot of levels, wasn't it? Only business was Aaron Drinan moving to GAIS on loan in Sweden. The idea of that presumably is just to gain
games and experience, really. Yeah, that's basically that, really.
And Barry Cotter went out there with him, but did they not impressed by him, or he wasn't impressed?
No, Barry came back, which is no problem. So I don't have a problem with that at all. He'll train as normal, but that never happened.
Because a lot of people were asking questions about Barry Cotter, because before you came, there's been mixed sort of last game in charge. He came on and we started the game and made quite an impression, and he's not really been seen since. Where are things with him?
The same. He has to impress me. That's it's normal. Any football has to impress a manager that comes in, and Barry falls into that category. You have to impress me to show me what you can do.
So he's got work to do this season to
Yeah.
get into your plans.
Yeah. Dorber's done it, forced his way through. Bailey's done it, forced his way through. Idris has done it, forced his way through. So you have to force your way through as a young player, you know.
So you have no qualms about putting Dobra or Bailey Clements on if they were required at any stage?
No, none. They've done it in pre-season, none. But that's, as I said before, that's a monumental ask for two young kids who've just stepped out of under-18 football to get into this type of football. So I think you're being delusional if you think they're ready-made players. They're not. They're kids learning who if the truth be known, if we had a really stronger squad, they'd be fleetingly in and out. But at the minute they're training with us every single day. But that's where the club is.
So they need to be fed in and out around more experienced players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a feather in the cap though that you feel for the academy that you feel those players can cope to some degree at this level.
Well, we can't do anything else. We can't do anything else. You know, that's what we have to do.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, just to go back to the Sunderland game, Paul. Paul, 20,000+ people going to be inside the stadium. Season tickets went remarkably well, more than the club sold last year.
Yeah.
How much does that excite you, the fact that this club's been relegated and the supporters base has rallied around the club the way it has?
The supporters are unrivalled, as I said before, but without them you don't have a game. But the way they turn up in their numbers is incredible, really. And as I say, I've seen it last season, the way they were. I had meetings with some of the guys who've been great, really, really good. The catalyst, there's new fans coming to the stadium. I think it's important. The community trust, I think, was huge. Whoever demolished that needs their head read. I think it's an absolute disgrace that happened to this area. I think if the football club does well, the town does well. It goes hand in hand. So there's a lot of things slowly but surely getting better. As I said, a lot of new fans coming, a lot of younger fans coming, which is great because you're the generation of the club. You need them, long after I'm away, you need the bedrock of the support. And what's happened here has been unbelievable. And I think the great thing about it is they're getting a reputation now, the Ipswich fans. Not just here, I've been in Germany the last few weeks. The same thing. They see it themselves, the German people see it. The Ipswich support is what happened last year, being relegated, and the support they had was incredible. So I know how much the support means to the club. It just, we had to find out why it did diminish and why there was a lack in atmosphere in the stadium. What was going on with it?
And when you speak to these fans, what do they tell you? What are the reasons that they felt that they were getting so disillusioned with things? What have they said to you in various meetings?
No, I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't say it publicly. What's happened? But the great thing, I had a chat with lads and find out. They probably never really told me that much. That I never thought myself that was wrong. So I've been in the game long enough to work it out where it goes wrong, and there's got to be an interaction in it. There's got to be between the football club and the support. There's got to be that. That's a must. That's a must. And with the way they've come back to us, or the way they've been, it's been absolutely brilliant. The atmosphere at the stadium is absolutely brilliant. As I said before, come and have a really good time. I wouldn't want to go to any stadium and pay £30 and sit there on my backside and criticise somebody. I would actually get a sore head doing that, just criticising somebody. And I want to go there and have a great time, whether I drink outside or whether I smoke outside. I want to get in the stadium and bounce around a bit, and we have to give the supporters that. As I said before, I was fortunate enough to play in a country where it's renowned for atmospheres. So, I'm pretty sure if I paid money, I'd make sure I'd go in there and have a right good time. And that's what we've tried to say to the guys and girls that come. Go and have a great time. And you go in the North Stand, it'll be great.
How much of a difference does it make to the players? You've played in front of Dortmund fans and Celtic fans, and how much does it make to you as a player on that pitch?
I would rather have it than no. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, you get it going, you get it rocking. You run a bit faster. You go that extra yard. It's amazing what adrenaline rush does, or a crowd does for you. And that's the biggest compliment I can give them is the atmosphere in the stadium now is swung right in its head. But as I said, it's great when you're at home. You have that backing. It's great.
And your message to them is that win, lose or draw, and you've said there'll be highs and lows along the way. You'll always look to play with energy, to entertain, to play on the front foot. All things that football fans hope for when they wake up on a Saturday.
That's it. Yeah, and they come and have a great time themselves with their kids or parents or grandparents. It doesn't matter what walk of life it is. Just come and have a right good time, and we'll try and give you something that we can. Might not always work, but let's give it a go. Let's give it a go, and we go all guns blazing. And as you say, who dares wins really.
All right. Can I just ask about? We were here the other day and there was a painter painting.
Jeez, well, that's some observation that for.
Yeah. But
wow.
This is all looking a bit tidy around the training ground, and I think the plan is, from Marcus's statement, that the stadium will start to get tied up. This is apparently at your instigation, is that right?
Yeah.
What was the thinking behind that? What was your
there was total. There was nothing here. There was nothing here. There was no infrastructure here. There was no, my opinion, there was no respect for the place. It was all. There was no colour really. There was no blue. Couldn't see any blue where I was. Couldn't see any badges. Couldn't. It was all wrong. But there was an acceptance for that. And I thought, this is wrong. What's happening here? So I had a chat with Marcus and said, listen, you have to grab the club. And to be fair, little bits are getting done and things are happening in the club now that's which should have been done long before I was here. So it's I thought the standard, I said before, the standard was no good. The standard was poor. And now it starts to get better. It's a long road to recovery, but at least it's a start. It's a start, and the standard and acceptance of this was way off the mark. Should never have happened. And because the standard I'm used to is this was unacceptable for me. So that's why we said we have to do something. We have to change something, you know.
And things like the appearance of the stadium and the appearance of the training ground are very important, are they?
That is vital, because the fans have to come and sit in a stadium, or their experience to a game has to be not turning up to a place it's no great, or a training place that's no great. The respect level, it wasn't there. It wasn't there, and that's why I think it was all wrong. It needed to be laid out. This is no right. What's happened to this club? 'Cause it's too big a club. So, and now it is getting better. I'll say that it's getting better slowly.
Excellent.
All right. See you later. See you later.